Alrighty, here live for the 25,000 Q&A, sort of. Let's just hang out, play some games on some MTGO. Hopefully we can get some people in here. See if it's YouTube. New with this whole YouTube streaming. Streamed on Twitch a bit, but not much on YouTube. So let's just go ahead and I guess I'm just gonna play some games here until we get more people in here. And once we do, I'll start a Q&A. Hopefully we can get some subscribers with the live subscriber count. Howdy! Says, let me figure this YouTube out real quick. I can't even figure out. It says zero's watching on my side of the stream. I am not used to YouTube. So at least it's working. It took me like an hour to get this damn thing working. Can I say damn on YouTube live stream or I'm going to get in trouble? Let's just go ahead. And what do you guys want to see? What deck do you want to see? Any questions? I see comments. Hopefully everything is streaming okay. Just let me know in the comments section below or onto the side or wherever the hell it is. What a way to start off. Let's go ahead and play some good old Scred Red. See what this Scred Red version. Okay, this is Eternal Scred. I'm not the biggest fan of Morton's build. I hope Morton's not watching, so he gets upset. I'm not the biggest fan of his build. Eternal Scourges are kind of awkward right now in the metagame. We'll play it. I'm still a huge fan of Goblin Dark Dwellers. So, Chandra, I've been testing Chandra out. Chandra's kind of cool. The new Chandra in this deck. I think if any deck wants Chandra, it's Scred. And then you want Inferno Titans. So, the Inferno Titan with Chandra is insane. So, I did, in some testing, you go a turn... Where the hell is... Oh, this is the wrong Scred list. This is way wrong. Let's find... This is a better Scred list. So, oh, you guys can't even see what I'm looking at. Let me switch that. Hey, hey. Now you should see the correct list. So, this should move over now. Alright, so anywho. No, this isn't the right list either. How about this one? Maybe this is the right list of... Yeah, this is my most current list that I've been running on the good old Scred Red. So, yeah, the chat looks a little bit off too. Let me try to edit some things really quickly here with... everything is off on YouTube. I had this set up for Twitch, and it just seems way off. Yeah, it looks good enough to me. Nope, that's still going to be off. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I guess this is good enough. Apologize for the chat being off a little bit on the right-hand part. I don't even know if in YouTube it matters as much as it does on Twitch. But, so, anyway, let's just get back to talking about Scred. Oh, we've lost a subscriber rather than gained one. Here's our subscriber bar at 24,989. So, this was the last list that I've been running. Cut the Eternal Scourges for Goblin Dark Dwellers. Huge fan of Goblin Dark Dwellers and Scred. I think that we're going to try to make Chandra fit in this list. Where I like Chandra is with Inferno Titan possibly in the sideboard. As I have been able to go a turn 2 Mind Stone into a turn 3, the new Chandra into a turn 4 Inferno Titan, which with Koth also allows you to get out an Inferno Titan really, really quickly. Or Stormwrath Dragon can still be the go-to card. So, anywho, yeah, I'm expecting a few unsubscribes just because they see that I'm close to the 25,000. People love to do that. So, anyway, we'll just play some Scred Red, see if we can get some people here, see if we can hit the 25,000 mark. If we don't, we don't. Whoop-de-doo. It's life goes on. But this deck, I think, gets a lot cooler come Kaladesh with potential Chandra. So, anywho, let's do this. let's play some games. If anyone would like to see some other deck lists here, some other games here, just in the comment section, go for it. Again, I apologize for YouTube. I am not experienced whatsoever with streaming on YouTube, so I know there's some pretty nifty things that you can do, but I am a total noob at it. So let's just play this modern one. Look at that. We have a modern deck. Now I have to remember which one. I have so many Scred lists. See how well it works in the metagame. See if I can get this in the right. There we go. Alrighty, so we're on the play. Yes, we'd like to play first. And this is a keepable hand with Mizium Mortar, Scred, Anger of Gods. Definitely keep this. And then it looks like the delay is a lot worse on YouTube than it is on Twitch as well. So it looks like you guys are all good 7-8 seconds behind. And on Twitch, it's less than that. So I'll try to keep up with your comments as well as playing, see if I can do this without messing up too badly. So let's play the snow-covered mountain and pass the turn. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Then we'll lead off with just a scrying sheet. So against a stomping ground, this is a terrible hand. We'll probably go up against Scape Shift, and we're going to get murdered. Scape Shift is one of the matchups that is very, very tough. We do have... Oh no, Arbor Elf. This is probably Blood Moon, Tooth and Nail type card. You do end up bolting off the Arbor Elf. It keeps him way far behind, and we're hitting bolts every turn. So anywho, Scred. You want to know what Scred is? Scred is a red control deck that just tries to use a lot of spot removal until we get planeswalkers like Koth and PN Clorandalar are your win cons. It also has the Relic of Progenitus and the Blood Moon just to hate out specific cards. So if this is a Blood Moon type deck, Molten Rain, yeah, we'll go ahead and use it. Molten Rain is not a big deal. It puts us back, but we are a deck that does like to play land go. We are under basically no pressure here by getting off that Arbor Elf. Tooth and Nail does put us on a little bit of a clock. I'll just continue to kill like the Birds of Paradises. I don't know if he utilizes his graveyard. I highly doubt it. So we'll just cycle the Relic away. And I am going to cast a Blood Moon here. Hurts him worse than it hurts me. I think he is a Blood Moon deck himself. So maybe that's not the right play because the Scrying Sheets gets us out of this. But hey, thanks for all the support. Sorry, this is kind of a late stream. Man, we're hitting every lightning bolt in the history of mankind. How many have I gone through? Oh, okay, not all of them yet. So if we can keep him off double green, that might keep him off primetime if it is a primetime deck. A Utopia Sprawl on the Forest. And there's his double green. So we do need to draw into Koth or another win con. And we're just hitting spot removal. That's one of the problems with Scred, though, is you can dirtle for quite a while. But yeah, Molten Rains are dead cards. That did absolutely nothing either against us, because 4 is all you need. And here we go. There's the first win con. See if we hit an Anger off the top. But if I'm going too fast, let me know and I'll try to explain. The Stormbat Dragon is actually quite weak here, as we will just kill it with a Scred. So this is a very similar deck to Scred. Their version is trying to ramp out Birds of Paradise, and with Birds of Paradise into like a second turn Blood Moon. So we'll definitely switch things up. I'm just going to go ahead and kill the Stormbreath Dragon right now. We'll go with another Relic, and then attack in with the Piet and Crondalar. Hey, appreciate it, Jeremy. Nice to see you here. And so he's down to 13. If you guys would like to have a Q&A instead, I can definitely do a Q&A. It might be easier than trying to figure out this YouTube. That is a difficult card. It's going to kill off probably the Pian Chronolar and a Thopter, but we can take care of the Inferno Titan. So, again, our decks are very similar. I'm going to go ahead and just cycle the Relic. And there is good old Koth. And we'll just Mizium Mortars and Lightning Bolt it, I'm sure. I think that's the right player. Anger. Magma Jet. Yeah, Magma Jet Mizium Mortars is probably better, because that allows us to scry. So Magma Jet. Put on bottom. Put on top. And this is anyone's game. We both have... We're running out of cards in our hand. Well, that's a bit of an issue, having the second Inferno Titan, and that might just be enough. Well, no, I can actually Anger and Bolt it, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so it has one card left in hand. If it's another Inferno Titan, I just don't... Jeez, Stormbreath Dragon. So he has a lot of, like... Yeah, he hit two Stormbreaths and two Inferno Titans. If I just draw into a Scred, of course I can deal with it. Koth is kind of awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because he... I think I have to go Pian Chronolar here. That does give us a blocker for a turn. Who's out of cards. Then we can sort of race. So I need to draw into a Lightning Bolt or a... Scred. Goblin Dark Dwellers does it as... No, Goblin Dark Dwellers doesn't do it. But he's had some pretty decent draws here with finding the impactful cards. We found Koth way too late. We do find another land for Goblin Dark Dwellers. Let's see what ends up happening here with the instant speed. Monstrosity takes me down to a 5. And we'll Koth. And then untap. And attacking with those two. So we do have him lethal next turn if he doesn't have anything in his hand. But if he's got a Bolt in hand, he kills the Thopter and I just die. But yeah. Hopefully the odds are in our favor here. So close matchup nonetheless. Kessig Wolfrun, of course, Blood Moon is keeping it down. So he can't get trample off of it. I think he's got to keep the Stormbreath back. And no matter what he puts out, I think we're okay. Except a Huntmaster. Because now, yeah, Huntmaster actually gets the job done. I need to draw into something that can clear his board. No, it's still not going to work. I think we just die. As I can't block. I need another Pian Chronolar. And it's a scrying sheet. So I think the best I can do is 4-4. Yeah, we lose here. So the guy can top deck like a champ for sure. That was probably the only card that saves him. Putting out 2 blockers because we can, and gaining him 2 life. So anyway, see what we'd have drawn into there. Another Koth wouldn't have done it. So let's just go on to the sideboard. This is just a weird matchup. We'll bring in Stormbreaths of our own. I'm not sure I need like Molten Rains. I don't necessarily... The Blood Moons are bad here. We have a lot of dead cards. I think that they actually have the advantage just because we have a lot of dead cards in the form of like Angers. I'll keep the Mizium Mortars and the Roast. Roast is kind of awkward. It can... Yeah, Roast really doesn't do much either. It kills like Huntmaster. I think that just keeping him off Molten Rains if he's going Utopia Sprawls is the better line of play. We could go Dragon Claw. I could just put in Pyrite Spell Bombs just to basically thin out the deck, and it just might just be better than Anger's. Anger's does take care of Huntmaster though, so I think I'm just going to keep him in, and we'll submit this. But other than that, yeah, I just think that we can keep... Yeah, Anger actually keeps him off like the birds. But those are some pretty sick draws from our opponent at the end there. Into that last Storm Breath. I mean, Inferno, Storm Breath, and then the Huntmaster. I can't really think they'd have a lot more... Maybe they do play more than just like a couple copies of each. But we'll play first, yes, that's fine. I think this is fine. We have our way of ramping into Storm Breath that is going to be rough. And the Scrying Sheaths will give us advantage late game. The Lightning Bolt and Pian Chronolar is great, because we can first turn Bolt a Bird. So 9 more subs to go. We're getting close. Getting close. Now I lost my chat. There we go. So we'll take out the Arbor Elf. You got to keep the ramp down. Koth is going to be beautiful. Koth, unless he Molten Rains, we should have it out on time. And he's back behind a Molten Rain. I can't do it this turn. Cinderglade coming to play tapped is also really good. So Scrying Sheets is at least a card we can use this turn. And he's got to really draw into a red source that comes into play untapped to Molten Rain. Otherwise, we have the Koth. All right, we're getting really close to that subscriber. Thanks, Jeremy. Glad you to join. Let's well, he's got the Stone Rain. Let's hopefully we hit a land here. Okay, yes, we do hit a land. So it kind of negates his Stone Rain other than he is up a turn. That helps out though, the Mind Stone. So now no matter what, he can't keep me off the Koth. So, anyway, Travis' shop's going good. I actually had a fan driving from California to Nebraska stopping today. That was cool. Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks is kind of awkward. It's not Koth now. It's definitely going to be Storm Breath. Glad I brought in the Angers or kept in the Angers. We can play with some other decks if you guys want to, if we want some user-submitted decks. Not sure if the stream is going down on your guys' end. Okay, it's still up, okay. It's just... Do I even have to have this? He's going to Molten Rain, and then attack. Molten Rain does nothing. We'll just play the other Storm Breath. It's just really... He's just really far behind. Scred's worst matchup, I would say, would be... something like Scape Shift. Scape Shift's really tough for Scred. There's probably some worse ones that I just can't think of right now for Scred. Any sort of like Storm. Storm's very, very tough. Kind of the non-interactive combo decks. So Stilly's out of range for a Inferno Titan. Needs like a Huntmaster here, just to gain some life. So Goblin Dark Dweller's Lightning Bolt's fine. We'll play it post main. I could go Koth and do negative and have 5. Nah, that's not a bad play. We're just going to attack him with both Storm Breaths and see if he's got a way to deal with them. A Beast Within. Gives me a 3/3. So that changes things. Yeah, I think we just go Pia. Rather than Goblin Dark Dwellers. Goblin Dark Dweller's Lightning Bolt is okay. It just lets him have a target, and I'd rather have him not have a target right now. So we'll go Pia. Because we can always just Goblin Dark Dwellers with Lightning Bolt next turn. Um, I'm not sure exactly how YouTube this will work out to show me a deck list right now. You're always feel free to send me it to my email, roguedeckbuilder@gmail.com. However, while I'm streaming, it's hard for me to go back and forth. So it's going to be a Storm Breath Dragon, and just passes the turn, and this should definitely be game, because you can only block the Storm Breath, and the Bolt should get him. So if I attack him with the Storm Breath, well, I guess Pine Chronolar he blocks. Let's see how I can get out of this. Mindstone's bad, so let's see if I go Koth. And I think Koth gives us a 4/4, and then he can only block one of them. And that's just better. So we'll go Koth. And I could negative Koth, actually add 5 mana to go... No, that doesn't do enough. 5 mana would be Goblin Dark Dwellers, and I wouldn't have enough mana to steal. So we'll untap the Mountain and swing in. Alright, so that one we get the job done here. So just the land destruction deck. I don't know who has the advantage here. Anger definitely is good if he's going to be running Kitchen Finks. But I'm trying to think of what would be worse than possibly like... No, Magma Jet can still kill a card. Relics are unnecessary. I think Anger's fine. And the... Yeah, I think this is okay. Pretty much mirror-ish of a matchup. I think Scred, of course, is better versus the early aggro decks, and this kind of land destruction deck is better against kind of the later game stuff. This is fine of a hand. We have the Mizzy Mortars, we have a Storm Breath. We don't have a way to deal with the first turn birds until he can get a Stone Rain off, so we could just lose the first turn birds. I'm not quite sure if we just... Oh, so Utopia Sprawl, so either way we couldn't do much. So if we just get Stone Rain locked, we could be in a bit of a pickle. If we can't get to these Mind Stones. So... Let's see if he's got a Stone Rain. Alright, awesome. So he doesn't have the Stone Rain, and I think that's just going to be the difference. Because the Mind Stones can come out now. And we do need to draw into another land. So I'm wondering what he has in his hand if it's not called Stone Rains. Because he could have cast it last turn. That means he'd have to draw into this one. And he has 4 mana. So there's the Huntmaster, which is something I probably do need to Mizzy Mortars off. Because I can't let it get out of hand. I hate doing this, but I think it's the right play. We missed the land drop. So, is what it is. He's got another one. Now I'm wishing that we would have kept the Mizzy Mortars. But we have PN Chronolar. I think that's okay. Like, I wouldn't go Koth here. We need to hit land drops. Now if he starts to draw into the Stone Rains, yeah, that is not good for us. But we can kill the Huntmaster. I think I just take the damage rather than block here. So I need to hit a land drop. We missed the land drop. I'll bolt off the Huntmaster. And unfortunately, this is what happens when they start drawing into the Stone Rains. They can just lock me out. I mean, the Huntmaster I don't like necessarily. I think I just make this trade. And there's the Kitchen Finks, which is okay. Oh, can't hit that land drop. I had 2 lands. Start with 2 lands. Can't hit that. Our opponent's not hitting land drops either, but this is definitely not going our way. Yeah. So anger definitely was the right call. This is just bad luck. Unfortunately, you get these games. We've been lucky that he hasn't got a Storm Breath, but it looks like Storm Breath's going to come down here. And there's nothing I can do against Storm Breath. I think I have to take the Kitchen Finks out. I hate this play, but it's something that has to happen. And that's ridiculous. So you keep a 2-lander and proceed not to draw it. On turn 7, we do not hit another land. Yeah, that's terrible Empty Joe odds there. Anywho, what do you want to see? I've got some other decks in Standard's pointless to play right now. We can play some more Scred. I'd like to play some more Scred because see if he queued back up because that's just an easy match. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to play this one again. I want this game back. There we go. All right, yes, we'd like to play first. We'll definitely keep this. So game 1, I think we are the underdog. Game 2 and 3, we definitely are what I would consider the favorite. Just because of just how many Birds of Paradise. There's so many. I think that his draws are way more clunky than us. He doesn't get the land destruction. Then we just go crazy. Like the first game loss was just awkward because we couldn't find a win condition fast enough before he found 5 of his. So, and then game 3, that was just terrible odds. So, anyway, I can play some 8-rack. I don't enjoy 8-rack. So, I still think the right line of play here is to Mizzy Mortars down the Birds of Paradise. It might not seem like the right play, but you keep him off that Stone Rain mana for a turn. I'm not sure if he goes, okay, I'd probably do Blood Moon here. No, we'll Anger off the Arbor Elf. We can't untap. So what's more important, a Scrying Sheets here or a because Arbor Elf, I think Scrying Sheets is more important. So he's got the Utopia Sprawl. And now we'll Blood Moon because it will take it off. Because, right, this falls off if it's no longer a forest, I believe. So I think we can do both here. We can go Mind Stone. And let's see if it works this way. Yeah, it falls off. So he's cut out a green. We've got the Utopia Sprawl. He has to drop... he has to top deck into a forest, which of course he does. And now I want my Scrying Sheets back. And yeah, now we're getting flooded. Ay. But we'll kill the Mind Stone in a turn most likely. Just to try to... There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, this game's over. So we can do Koth and Mind Stone. And this is just going to be too much damage. So I am playing Scred, and we're rematching this Black Stars Land Destruction deck, because I feel like we're very far ahead. I feel like it was just bad draws. Want to showcase some better draws. Our opponent gets the short end of the stick, this time rolling into 5. Fortunately, the Itchy just feels this way to me. It doesn't feel like Paper Magic a lot of the times where you play a lot less Magic and a lot more the Mulligan game, in my opinion. So actually, Sudden Shocks aren't terrible in this matchup. I'm going to bring in Molten Rage just because he does have the Utopia Sprawls, and that really punishes him. Blood Moon is just bad. Stormbreath Dragons are great. some sort of angers. I think all of the angers just because we know what he sides into. The spell bombs can also take care of like early birds. I think it's just better than Relic of Progenites's. And we have to decide if it's sudden shock versus like probably roast needs to come out. Roast doesn't do enough. Roast might just be better though than trying to say sudden shock is the right call. Yeah, I think that just keeping as many one-drop removal spells for those early birds is the way to go. Mizzy Mortar's Magma Jet. Magma Jet is more powerful than Roast or Sudden Shock. And Angers are fine. And I guess we just have to play the control route as well. So we'll go ahead and submit this. Philip, October Rogue Deck Brewer Challenge begins when Greg, Wally, and I really need to coordinate. And then we will have that going again. The problem is Greg and Wally have been incredibly busy and they've been helping me out with the competition. So we actually need to get it up to voting. And then once we get the voting of this September/August Rogue Master Brewer, then we'll start the October. So I apologize. I've been pretty busy with the start of swim team and just with the upkeep of the shop. And we're just behind right now. I still have a top 10 list to do, a collaboration with Cybin Lore to do, a collaboration with MTG headquarters to do, a lot of things that are upcoming, and it's just the competition is just kind of on the back burner at the moment. So we're gonna try to get that done as soon as I can get in contact with Wally and Greg, and we'll get it up on the site. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. It's vulnerable to a Stone Rain first turn shenanigans, but it's not terrible. We don't have many dead drops to draw into. I'd love to collab with Rudy. Tell Ruby to get off his butt. He's lazy. Because we still want to do the Ask a Store Owner with Rudy, myself, and Kevin Soffels from Darium CCG. Energy and Kaladesh I absolutely love. Unfortunately, does anyone here play Dice Masters? Dice Masters is a fun game that I like to play as an alternative to Magic every now and again. But Dice Master has a bunch of sets that just don't work with any other set. Like, all of their sets are notorious for not working with other sets. And that's how I kind of feel that Kaladesh Energy is going to be in the long term. I mean, we might see some other things out of Aether Revolt that deals with energy, but there's might not be enough. So there's a Kitchen Finks. I don't care about a Kitchen Finks. It's something that just dies to anger. So I'm glad it wasn't a Stone Rain because this allows us to go Mind Stone. And I hope he puts out a Hunt Master here and we can 2 for him. So that land destruction does... I think we anger anyway here. Gets rid of the Kitchen Finks. Stormbreath Dragon, he can go here and I can Mortars it. I can't quite Scred it. But he can go Inferno Titan. I mean, he's got me locked out a little bit with the land destruction. I think he top decked that one, though. Yeah, there's Stormbreath. I'm actually glad it's Stormbreath. As we can deal with it next turn. I don't think I anger and Scred it. I think now we just Mortars it. Or, I think this is actually the better play. Do I want to make him forced to attack into Chandra? The thing is, if he's got Inferno Titan, he gets Inferno Titan out next turn. I'd like to Chandra and just force him to attack into Chandra, kill his birds down. But that might not be the right line of play. Yeah, I think the right play is just to Mortars the dragon and then just hold back. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He doesn't need his birds any longer. So we can try Bedlam, Reveler, Storm. Not really my play style. Stone Rain. It's annoying. We only need 4 lands, though, in Scred to really work. Like, he's going to run into some dead draws. like Birds of Paradises and even Huntmasters and Kitchen Finks at this point. But we also just need to find our other land source here. So possibly the other line of play would have been the right line of play. Super annoying card. Yeah, that might do it. Having Goblin Dark Dwellers be the last card. We can still get out of this, though, if I just draw into another land. Because then we can bolt and Scred down the Goblin Dark Dwellers, and then we're just down to top deck mode. Magma Jet is something I think is fine. We're going to take some damage. We're at the mercy of the top deck here, but Magma Jet should be able to scry down. And we're only taking 4. Like, this isn't something that is the fastest clock ever. I still think I kill his bird here rather than something else. Hey, we definitely want both of those on top. So now we're still in great shape. If we want to brew a deck too, I'm open for suggestions for brew. Once we get that 25,000, maybe we'll celebrate with some brews. If any of you watched my Twitch stream before, usually the second half of the Twitch, I just leave up to the subscribers to, or the viewers, to choose a card to brew around. Yeah, see, this is the thing. They get a bunch of dead drops at this point. Ugh, my. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have something for that. That's true. That's right. That's right. Yeah, he doesn't have another card. So the Chandra is going to be good here because it kills his Arbor Elf. And he's got to decide where to go. And if he decides to attack into the Chandra, then we can still +1 it. I think he's just going to attack into me. Yeah, I agree with that play because he puts me really in Stormbreath Dragon range. But he's going to lose his Goblin Dark Dwellers here. Because now we can anger it. Or just Scred it. I think I just rather Scred. No, I should have angered. I should have angered. Jeez. This guy is the top deck king. This is like 3 games in a row that he's done the top deck strategy. So he's going to go at me. I'm going to go to a 1. I'm going to have to kill his Stormbreath next turn. I wonder if he even runs Lightning Bolt in this deck. Molten Rain, of course, is terrible. Alright, see if we can avoid this Stormbreath Dragon or another Inferno Titan for a turn or 2. It's annoying. We get a scrying sheets here. Let's exile the top card. I don't think we exile the top 10 cards because we can choose how many bullets have we gone through. Just 1? I don't think that we'd get enough advantage off of it. Like, we could hit some Molten Rains, but we have 1 in our hand here. I think I'm just going to exile the top card. What did he choose? Let's see here real quick. What did he choose? He chose green. So actually, the best line of play is to Molten Rain. Probably should have pumped up Chandra here. Yeah, we'll play the Snow-Covered Mountain, though. And the best line of play is just Molten Rain off a Cinderglade. This takes him off of like an Inferno Titan until he finds another source. So we're actually in decent shape, down to a 1. Well, not anymore, because he top decks his way out of that. Koth. Alright, let's just continue to exile the top card. And I think that's the smarter play. I can do both, actually. Yeah, I can do Koth and Pien Carandalar. I think that's better, because Koth can negative and still get it out. So that's the line of play we'll do, because I think it will be better damage over time. So we're gonna add 3 to our mana pool and cast the Pien Carandalar. And that's not a very typical play. This gives us some padding versus another Storm Breath, but we are at the mercy of a top deck Inferno Titan. I'm done. Yeah, I think he's dead next turn too, or close to, or starting to, not quite dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See what a -7 would have done. No, I wouldn't have done much. A Molten Rain and a Lightning Bolt. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah. This guy, I want Black Star's luck. Holy, look how many top decks in a row that was. We'll go ahead and submit this. I don't think we make any changes. And we're a lot better on the play. This is something, yeah, this is an insanely good hand versus our opponent. We do need to draw into another land. But if we draw into another land, we can race off the... And he doesn't... We gotta avoid Utopia Sprawl here. But I have a Scred for the first turn birds, and then the Mind Stone, and then we have 2 draws to draw into a land, and then we have Koth Beatdown. And if we can just get a Koth out on time, we are fine. So we want birds, not Utopia Sprawl. Of course. It's the Utopia Sprawl over the birds. So now, if he does have a Stone Rain, we're at the mercy of not drawing lands and just getting landlocked. But it's just a strategy I don't think is very efficient for Modern. We do find our other land, though. I'm going to try to bait him to kill the Scrying Sheets over the... And what did he choose? He chose green, so he has to have a red source, and it can't be a Molten Rain. So, let's hope he doesn't have the Stone Rain. Nope, can't be a... Okay, never mind. He is really going all out. We could have a Molten Rain next turn and just... Okay, alright, we're fine. We're fine. I don't want to Anger. I want a Koth. Right? Or do I want a Pien Carandalar? No, I definitely want a Koth. Man, a Molten Rain would have been brutal there. Or a Blood Moon. He would have destroyed a land, though, if he had a land. So let's see, what's a newly controlled one? That's a newly controlled, so untap. Now he'll have to attack into Koth, and then we can go Anger next turn. I'm hoping he has like another Huntmaster, and not a... There, perfect. Perfect. Now he's going to be in... Oh, wow. Yeah, he just overextended into an Anger in its game. He'll attack into Koth, yep. And we'll go Anger. And then I could untap and just leave a Lightning Bolt up. Is that the right play? I don't think that's the right play. Do I think that's the right play? No, he can't attack with anything. Yeah, I really don't like his Huntmaster call. His Kitchen Finks and Huntmaster, I think they bring those in from the sideboard, and that is definitely the wrong play to do. So I'm glad we finally get one of those hands where we get to punish him for it. But, I mean, this guy is notorious for digging his way out of this. He still needs another red source. There's the other red source. I just need to shut my mouth. This is Inferno Titan here. We're in trouble. I'm done. Oh, the top decks are too real. Too real. I mean, we kill it. No, we don't. Yes, we do. Scred and a Lightning Bolt do kill it. Still, Scred and Lightning Bolt is the right line of play. Now we should have no dead draws, though. We've got rid of an Inferno Titan. I want a Molten Rain really badly. The Mind Stone, unfortunately, is not going to be played here because we need a Storm Breath and just put him under some pressure. So we're gonna win this match even with the top decks. Because now I really don't know what can get him out of the Storm Breath Dragon. He can't race this. And he's gonna need like a bunch of Huntmasters in a row. Just to try to put out as much power. And we still have PN Crondalar. And the ever-threatening Storm Breath Dragon. And he can start top-decking into like terrible, terrible Stone Rains and things. Yeah, Molten Rain. Yeah, that's it. Those are bad top decks. Because it doesn't really put me behind much. And I can't, it's just going to be PN Crondalar. And if he's running Mizium Mortars takes care of everything. Just another Inferno Titan, it doesn't win. And he needs to shoot down the 2 Thopters. And he's still dead. So, he did find that Inferno Titan, though. So we win with Mr. Stormbreath, because the Inferno Titan does not have reach. Alrighty. Whew. That was fun. Wish I could hit off the top like that. So what do you want to see? Where are we at? I'm going to check my little... We're at 24,996. Close to that 25,000. So close. So close. Before the Q&A starts. I'm not going to start it before 25,000. Oh, man. Eight-rack? I don't know. Is there... We can play some Soul Sisters. I haven't played Soul Sisters forever. Let's try some Soul Sister. I guess this is my 25,000. Let's just look at some Soul Sisters builds, though, because I really want to change it up. I hate kind of some of these brews I've been playing. So let's see what this version is. Yeah, this is the version I like. Okay, I'm okay with this version. This needs updated. So 21 lands, Ghost Quarters, Flagstones, Soul, Sarah, Ariok, one of Martyr, 2-path main, Honor the Pure, Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah, this is definitely the... Let's just add a few cards here. I want to try a One of Collected Effort for a Sundering Growth. I think we can get rid of both Sundering Growths. I don't know, instant speed. Yeah, I'm not worried about artifacts in the format. And Celestial Flares can just be completely... Oh yeah, this is way old. Stony Silence are unnecessary. I'll keep one in. Mark, Halmuna, Pay No Heed. Path to Exiles, yes. Collective Effort, yes. Return to the Ranks. Is there a main board Secure the Waste? No, Secure's out of this. I haven't liked Secure lately. And Howl Moonlight's good against a lot of them. I do want another Rest in Peace. There's a lot of Delve decks and a lot of Dredge at the moment. And, okay, Stony Silence can go to a 1-of. That's what I was saying. And then the cards that need to come in is going to be the Blessed Alliance. Blessed Alliance. As a 2-of. As this is really good removal. And I don't know if I have 1 of Return to Rank. Sometimes I go 2. Sometimes I go more Mark of the Asylum. And Archangel Thune, I could put it, I think just Secure the Waste is something I probably want in the sideboard. The Kaladesh Brewers Challenge is coming up as soon as we finish off the Eldritch Moon one. As I explained earlier to some people watching, we're waiting on Greg and Wally and myself to kind of coordinate. Greg is our website designer, so all the cool graphics are courtesy of Greg. And Wally is kind of like the content manager. I don't know what we'd call him. But, yeah, Wally and Greg helped me out a ton. So they're going to help me out with a Patreon, too. I know a lot of you have been asking about a Patreon. I don't know why you want to throw money at me. But let's just talk about Patreon for a second, what it kind of offers. I do know that I would be more serious. So there's that for you. I've always just, like, the amount of money I've made off YouTube is not very much. It's not a big deal. Like, ad revenue is terrible on YouTube. A channel like mine, am I allowed to say this? It's like usually on a good month, maybe 300-ish, and on a normal month it's like 200-ish, and a bad month it's 100-ish on ad revenue. So it's definitely not, it barely like pays for the brews, if that. Same with the Gathering Magic sponsorship. Gathering Magic sponsorship, I have to build a new deck every week for them, and sometimes it barely covers the brews themselves. And so I've been happy with that, though. I get to go infinite on Magic Online. I don't pay a cent on Magic Online because between the YouTube videos and the sponsorship, I have plenty of money at my disposal to build decks. Now, where at the future, though, if I want to focus way more, if I want to make the store / the YouTube channel like a full-time living, then I think that Patreon is the smart way to go, because Rotro. Did the stream crash? Now I'm like talking about nothing here, huh? We're back on, right? We back on? Are we good yet? I think we're good. Right? 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 No? Are we back up? We're back up. Hopefully good. No, yes, yes, no. All right, I have no clue with that. Everything is saying it was fine on my end. Like everything was still going perfectly fine on my OBS, and I was seeing everything happy. So hopefully we're back up with. Hey, holy cow! We hit the 25,000. Boom. Should have bought some champagne. Woot woot. All right. Well, let me just finish what I was talking about with the Soul Sisters. Or what did I even talk about? Where was I before the stream crashed? I think I was talking about ad revenue. So yeah, we'll go back to that. We'll talk about the Patreon. So everyone's been asking me to start a Patreon. Start a Patreon, start a Patreon, start a Patreon, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this entire time I've had ways to donate if people wanted to donate. But apparently Patreon's just a service where everyone feels more involved. And I want to do it in a way, because again, what I was talking about beforehand is I'm comfortable on MTGO. Between the sponsorship of Gathering Magic and the sponsorship of the or just the YouTube ad revenue. Let me see this. It feels really, really far behind for the how far are we behind? Because it was showing my desktop just barely. Yeah, let me just restart. I need to restart the entire stream here. It seems like it's way, way, way muddled. So 1 second here.